is a member of the Israeli Prime Minister's Likud party and joins us now. Xarlep, good afternoon.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Well, very good to speak to you. What are your thoughts on the 21-point plan? Will Benjamin Netanyahu sign up to it?
So that's a very simplified way to look at this. If you look at it in a more long process, we understand that both Netanyahu understands that he is now in the most important situation for securing the future of the Jewish people. I also definitely believe that President Trump also understands we, the Jewish people, the people of Israel, we are in the front line of the combating in the terror in the world. We are combating for life. We combat for freedom against those who only sacrifice terror and death. Now, when we take this in this proportion, we understand that this 22 points agreement is something that it's not yes or no. It's okay. I believe that Netanyahu will tell President Trump that, yes, we can do that, but we have to make sure that Gaza's gate will be open, people from Hamas will be withdrawn away, and so and so.
Right, so he will, but I mean, that is, as I understand it, those are part of the conditions within the 21-point plan.
Yes, so I don't think that he will be able to say yes 100% to all of the things. It's not binary, okay? If it's binary, I believe the answer is no, but it's not that way. We also need to see what Hamas will say.
Right, it's not a binary answer, a yes or no. There will be some conditions that he can accept and some that he can't.
Yes, the people of Israel cannot have... Yes, what did you say?
Well, sorry, forgive me for I didn't mean to cut across at you, but that you will know that there are an awful lot of people in Israel, including some of the families of the hostages, who think that Benjamin Netanyahu is deliberately squandering, to use their words, a chance to bring their hostages home. And, for example, it's a point they've made in response to the request from Hamas for a 24-hour pause in airstrikes because they've lost contact with 2 hostages. Do you think that 24-hour pause should go ahead?
So I'm not sure about that, because as far as we see until now, Hamas is deliberately using all of the dirtiest tricks in the books to scary a nation, and on my way, they scary the whole civilization, the Western civilization, because we don't understand that Gaza is a very small place. If they lost connection with those 2 hostages, so maybe in 24 hours they won't have time enough to find them. This is a very cynical move to try to make sure. But yes, I believe that if that's the only thing that is problematic with what's been happening, yes, so 24 hours is not that bad.
Can you help a British audience understand the pressures within the Israeli government? Because it's hard to imagine how Benjamin Netanyahu can sign up to anything that would lead to an end to the war in Gaza without actually his government falling.
It's important to understand that in the next year, October 2026, we're going to have elections anyway. Now, a 3 years government is a very long term anyway. So the pressures internally on Netanyahu are not that strong. And it's also important to say that Netanyahu is looking on his career, let's say, as a leader of the people of Israel, not in a specific few months over here or there. He wants to see what is his legacy, what he keeps here to the future. Now, when you look at this, okay, so making sure that the people of Israel will be safe in their homeland, okay, from those terrorists is the most important thing. Now, we also see that Bezalel Smotrich and Ben Gvir are trying to pressure him for very specific kind of things in the deals. I believe that in many of the points they are right, and in some of the points they're exaggerating a little bit. But Netanyahu is the leader. Yes, can you hear me?
I can. We can hear you, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to draw our conversation to a close. But we're very grateful to you for speaking to us. Thank you so much. Well, much of the conversation here at the Labour Party conference